right, here we go. Match number 2. We've got on the right-hand side Mark playing just a standard blue-red control version. What do we got on the left-hand side?
On the left side, we have Orlando playing a Temur Tower deck.
Oh, okay. So yeah, another flavor of the are those wedges or whatever they're called? But
Yeah.
the 3-color, the Temur deck. Instead, we're playing with Dynavolt Tower instead of the Aetherworks Marvel.
Looks like it. Who do you think is favored in this matchup?
You know, I really do like the control deck over here, just because like just the bevy of counter spells, and sure, I guess the Dynavolt Tower deck is going to be able to, I guess, eventually get to the point where they're hitting the control deck for 3.
I was really confused for a second. I didn't realize that his land was all the way over there, and I was like, wait, has he not played a land?
Yes.
Okay, no, I see it now.
Yes, no, we're just off to a very brisk start of just land go.
Yeah.
And
Cycling the Sweltering Suns feels like a good play.
yes, odds are when you see what?
Blue and red mana,
Blue,
you're
red,
just
and
like,
then
oh,
Aether
this
Hub,
Sweltering
you're like,
Suns isn't
yeah,
going to do
this
anything.
is not going to do anything anytime soon. Oh, okay, and we've got a main phase cycle, so...
That feels pretty bad to miss that land drop.
Yes. I said words, or I at least attempted to. But yeah, missing his 4th land drop after the cycle, whereas this is the kind of matchup where you want to get as many land drops as you possibly can.
Especially when you're sitting there with a Glimmer of Genius in your hand.
Yeah.
That feels pretty bad. And the Lumbering Falls came down for his opponent.
Oh dear, and it looks like Mark had to go to discard.
I don't know if I would have discarded the Glimmer.
I don't know the texture of Mark's hand otherwise.
Yeah.
It looks like there's possibly, there's a Torrential Gearhulk. There's certainly not another land in there. Torrential Gearhulk. I feel like there's multiple Glimmer of Geniuses. At least that looks like one there. And I don't know what else you... Yeah, I tend to agree. Keeping the Glimmer of Genius, it feels like it's just one of the things that's going to get you back into the game.
I'm going to feel bad if he discards another one. That feels like if you get to that 4th land drop, the Glimmer of Genius is going to filter out your next one so good. I don't know why that would be your choice to discard.
Yeah.
Especially since I think I saw another Censor in his hand. I don't know why he isn't cycling that. Maybe he's hoping to hit something that his opponent plays, but... Yeah,
certainly. And I know that there isn't... I thought one of the cards in Mark's hand was a Negate, but I feel like instead of discarding, you just snap off the Negate on the Glimmer.
I would have too, yeah.
I'm guessing it wasn't a Negate, certainly. Oh, there's a Torrential Gearhulk. I mean, are you in the marketplace to possibly discard? Okay, Magma Spray. That
seems like a better discard to me than the Glimmer.
Definitely. Would you discard a Torrential Gearhulk here in this position if you had to go to discard? Feels so bad. I know.
It feels really bad. I mean, I definitely would discard the Magma Spray over it.
Oh, of course.
I think especially if Glimmer's in my hand, Glimmer can get me those land drops, and then if I can get to the Torrential Gearhulk, especially in this matchup, Dynavolt Tower isn't going to be able to hit that much that I have. So I would do about what he's doing, I think, and making those same discards. I would feel so bad discarding a Torrential Gearhulk.
Jeez, and missing the 4th land drop yet again. So we went through 2 cycles, and it looks like those 3 lands were in Mark's opening hand. So we've gone through 1, 2, 3 draw steps and 2 cycles, and a double Dynavolt Tower. Well, earlier, interesting, there was a Negate in hand.
Okay. I think he missed the last Negate.
Yes.
Because he had the Dynavolt Tower. Oh no, I guess because the Dynavolt Tower wouldn't have been.
Yes. The Disallow was targeting the Dynavolt Tower.
Yes, okay.
You're right. I'm interested about Mark's cycling or
choices to discard.
I would have snapped off the Negate earlier when we were talking about it for the Glimmer of Genius, just because I'd rather do that than discard a card.
Exactly, me too. And saying no to your opponent drawing cards is not too bad. I don't think.
It's always rough because in these control or I guess pseudo control mirrors where you're trying to one up your opponent on a trip Dynavolt Tower, sure, just like bolt me every turn. You have virtually infinite energy. I guess as long as you remember the triggers, but every spell basically every spell is a lightning bolt, regardless of what spell it is. Ugh.
No, this feels really bad if you're Mark. At this point, you just don't feel like you can do anything. I guess pull for 1.
Yeah.
Discard another Magma Spray. That's the right call, I think.
Yeah.
At least he's at 4 mana now.
Yeah, that's true. You're certainly not going to be Magma Spraying anything anytime soon. And still not another land drop. This is... Wow, this is certainly just not where you want to be for the... in the control player's position.
Let me count my Dynavolt Towers in front of you.
Yes, I've got 3, 6, 9. No, it's 2, pardon me, 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yes.
Energy, sure.
And then I get the additional 2 off of the Attune with Aether?
Yes, and I can just sit here and really, really do nothing.
Yeah, that feels really bad. And I imagine he's going to try and Glimmer on the end of his turn. What do you think the chances are that makes it through?
On a scale of 1 to nope, I'm gonna go with
Nope.
No, it's not happening. Yeah, just I mean, we've seen it just from the beginning of this game. This is the kind of matchup where you play your lands every single turn, and when you get to like 6 or 8 lands, that's the only time you feel comfortable.
I guess he lets it go through.
Yeah.
I would have said nope. I would have snapped down that Disallow. I think I would have been like, you're this behind, I'm going to keep you that behind.
Yeah. Oh, certainly. This is just giving the control player the ability to get back into the game.
Magma Spray. That feels bad.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess game 1s you're going to draw a certain number of those spells, and just, I guess, hopefully you don't play against the control matchup where they are irrelevant.
Quite.
Yes. Interesting that given the amount of energy that Orlando has, that he just didn't even shoot Mark.
Yeah. Well, maybe Mark isn't done with his turn yet. It doesn't look like it. Yeah. The main phase Glimmer.
It looked like... No. Orlando untapped.
Oh, did he? Okay.
The Lumbering Falls... Okay, sure.
Torrential Gearhulk for a negate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And get infinite
There we go.
mana.
That's a nope.
Yeah.
Oh, you do get the cast trigger. That's
Yep.
insane.
Yep. Yeah, because that was on Orlando's end step. It makes sense. Mark is doing everything he can to try and get back in this game, but I can easily see this at the point where just start hitting for 3 a turn. You don't even have to attack with the Torrential Gearhulk. Granted, you still do.
Yeah, of
but
course.
You don't have to. You just have to play like I said, you play 1 spell a turn, even if it's just a counter spell, and every turn's a lightning bolt.
Yep,
So
exactly. And I mean, if you're sitting there with a 5/6 on the field looking at your opponents, even just their colors, like, what are you going to be able to do?
yeah, virtually nothing.
Pretty much. I mean, he could have like a Harness Lightning that could maybe eventually kill the Gearhulk, but he needs 1 more energy.
Sure, go
But
for it.
he's definitely not there quite yet.
You know what does kill the Torrential Gearhulk? A Harness Lightning plus blocking with a Wandering Fumarole.
True.
That hurts a lot.
That does hurt a lot. I was also going to say Harness Lightning into Magma Spray.
Ah, yes. Oh, and even better, exiles it.
Yes. However, he does have 3 open mana. We know that he has a Disallow in his hand, so everything just feels bad if you're looking at Mark's side of the field right now.
Yeah, he's just deep in the tank trying to think of, as I guess any good control player should be doing, what
exactly.
can I do to get out of this tough spot? We're also in blue-red, so at least there's no main deck for answers to the Dynavolt Tower. So
Not quite.
Yeah, there's a clock, no matter what.
Yes.
Oh,
and here we go with
sure,
the towers.
I'm gonna get rid of 10 energy and just nug you for 6.
Why not?
Cool.
Go down to 11.
Yeah.
Yikes, that feels pretty bad.
It does.
He's gonna do all the things he can, play on his opponent's turn. I guess that's what you should be doing if you're the control player. Well, they're both control players, but
Yeah.
he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, and that hard place happens to be 3 Dynavolt Towers.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Well, if there is a card that can get you back into
Disallow.
Sure.
Yep. And scoops it up, it looks like.
Yep. Scooping it up.
I'd
Okay.
scoop it up too if my Torrential Gearhulk got disallowed. That'd feel pretty bad.
Yeah, especially at that point in the game because, well, Orlando's going to be getting, 6 more energy and being able to shoot 1 more time. Actually be able to shoot 2 more times. That's actually exactly lethal with a attack from the Torrential Gearhulk. So that's pretty rough. Let's go back to the original question. What do you think this matchup should play out? Assuming Mark actually hits his land drops and Orlando does what he wants to do.
Assuming he hits his land drops, I still think that Temur Tower is favored in the matchup. I think it's like control deck versus control deck, and the Temur Tower is slightly more aggressive, so their ability to resolve spells that are actually going to deal damage to your opponent is far greater than the blue-red control deck.
Interesting. Okay. All right, I can see that. I think Well, I guess we'll just have to see the way that this plays out. I think there are some trump cards, at least in the sideboard, for Mark. Sphinx for the final word.
He runs a Sphinx in the final word too in Temur Tower as well.
Okay. Oh, that's actually kind of interesting. You don't always see that in the. Well, I guess I was thinking in terms of Marvel sideboards. You don't always see that just because Ulamog.
Yeah, exactly.
But summary dismissal, brutal expulsion, thing in the ice. I could see thing in the ice doing.
Thing in the ice could be fun, and spicy.
Yeah, exactly. Doing at least a little bit of work. It's gonna take. I mean, I guess every single Harnessed Lightning from the Dynavolt Tower deck is able to kill everything. But
so do you think that he puts in the Dragon Master Outcast after he only saw 4 land for so long?
Oh, jeez. Dragon Master Outcast against Dynavolt Tower feels so bad.
Yeah, no, that does.
It feels so bad. I have a feeling he'll bring it in because just in case he's able to stave off the Dynavolt Tower at least for a little bit. Plus, you don't necessarily play to I only drew 4 lands. It's going to play out that way every single time. But you're certainly cutting things like the Magma Sprays and the Sweltering Suns. Actually, Mark even has a Dynavolt Tower of his own in the main deck. But yeah, but I think the Dragon Master Outcast might have a spot, maybe especially.
I think the Glorybringer definitely does too. Actually, just something to get in there and be aggressive.
Yeah. Okay, I could see it. Well, let's certainly release the Gremlins.
Oh.
Release the
Yes.
Gremlins. Oh, interesting. I didn't notice this at first. Release the Gremlins, a split of Release the Gremlins and a Buy Force.
I don't know what by force does.
X and a red, destroy X artifacts.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yes.
The one with Chandra is the art on it. Okay,
exactly.
got it.
Chandra doing some stuff.
I think I release the Gremlins more if you're this deck, but I guess by force does the job just fine too.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess at least 8 artifacts in the 4 Torrential Gearhulks, 4 Dynavolt Towers. Just being able to get rid of those, it doesn't. They seem a lot better than against Aetherworks Marvel because
That's true.
Aetherworks just has to hit and spin once really to get all of its value, whereas you want to be Dynavolt Towering multiple times over the course of a turn
That makes sense.
over a game. Well, let's see how it ends up, and we'll see you in game 2.